Hey everyone, it's me, Lisa. Thank you for coming back. Today I want to talk about some things kind of left over from the video that I posted last night. I posted a video on calories, that a calorie is not a calorie. And of course, every time I talk about anything, I talk about how I eat, which is I would say, ketovore. I would say, if I had to say, mostly carnivore, but I would say keto because I do eat some vegetables. If you're just watching my video, I have tummy issues, and with the elimination diet, I started off with just the meats, which I knew did not upset my stomach, and I'm adding in vegetables. So far, green beans are my biggest winner, and then asparagus, I tried it once and it got me. I tried it the other day. We went to Longhorn and I could not resist. It was so good. And I just ate 3 of them, but so far so good. And usually that was Sunday and today's Wednesday. So usually if it was going to get me, it usually does within the first 48 hours after I eat it. Fingers crossed, my dream diet would be meat and vegetables. Just good low-carb vegetables. I have, written down some things I want to talk to you guys about, but I would say the biggest question that I get is, what do I drink? The reason I haven't really talked about this a lot is that's something that I am still working on. I am not a water drinker lover. I do not. People are going to disagree with me, but just like I say with everything else, you'll just have to look it up and read about it. I know everything about me and how I feel. I'm not an expert on everything else. You are an expert on you. So you have to read and study, and you have to try things just to find out. Don't discount anything until you've tried it. I am not a believer that you need to drink X amount of water a day. I think that your body tells you when you're thirsty, and like I said, you can go read about that. I drink a lot of water. I used to drink a lot more water when we went out to eat because I liked to get water with lemon. Now at home we have like a water, bottle thing over there it's so ugly. I wish if I didn't love it so much I'd get rid of it, but I do love having the fresh water. We use it for my crushed ice maker, and we use it for the cats. We use it for most everything. I know that that's the healthiest thing to drink as far as like the keto diet goes. Another thing is tea, green tea and black tea. So I have, tried those. The green tea, I don't think it agrees with me that well. I think the black tea is better, which is, black tea is green tea. Black tea is my favorite. So I drink a lot of tea. Now the big thing is you're not supposed to drink or have anything with the aspartame, or what are the other ones? Aspartame, the fake sugars. They're very bad for you. I know it. I mean, I do not dispute that one bit. You have to make a decision. Are you going to go that far? Now, in the beginning, after I would say a couple of months into this, I really tried. I really tried to use the stevia liquid, use the stevia powder, and never drink anything that had the aspartame in it. I felt like someone had died. I am someone who adores my Diet Coke. And I know, there's people out there having a heart attack. But I'm going to be honest with you. I do still drink Diet Coke. I just opened up one this morning before I started getting ready. It's almost full. I will not even drink this whole thing. But there's just something about this cold Diet Coke in a can for me in the mornings. I don't drink coffee. I wish I did. I've even asked several people, what's a good coffee keto drink? Brooke and I have gone through Starbucks, I think, twice, trying to get a coffee drink that I would like. There just isn't one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some different things that I can drink that are good on the keto diet. They're just not my favorite. but I try to switch it up. You feel like you're having a treat. And even when I go to my mom's, like yesterday, I took her one of the teas that I drank. Because I think, especially when you are not eating and not snacking for a long period of time, it's good to have just a little something different. And, you know, I've told you how much I love my crushed or pellet ice maker. That just makes every drink like the biggest treat, because I am an ice cruncher, and it just, like when I pour one of these drinks in there, it just makes it 100 times better. So that is something I recommend, is getting some good tasting ice and good ice that you like. So I'm going to start off with what I like most, and that would be this Gold Peak Diet Tea, real brewed. You can get it, sometimes we get it in the big, like it's probably about a liter, but I really like these because I don't like my tea to be cold. I like to fill up my cup with my ice, and then I like to take this upstairs and just keep pouring from it. That way it doesn't get too cold. It just seems to have better flavor if it's not too cold. Now this does have the aspartame in it, but it is the last ingredient. Where are the ingredients here? Okay, brewed tea, filtered water, black tea leaves, phosphoric acid, aspartame, and then potassium. So it's the next to the last ingredient, but it is mostly water and the tea. I love it. This is my afternoon. This is what gets me through from about 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock has always been the time of day that I used to always want to take a nap. I don't anymore. And I used to want a good, just dastardly snack. That was just the time of day that was just like a weak part of the day for me. Now I just look forward to drinking my tea until dinner, and then I switch over to either water or something else. I don't drink this all night because I don't drink caffeine after dinner. You can get flavored water. This one is the Hint. This doesn't have any sweetener. I do like those ice drinks that are carbonated flavored waters, but they're basically a soft drink. I mean, they have the fake sugar in it. I'm not sure which one, but I do like those, and I like Propel also, but it also has like a fake sugar in it. I'm not sure which one. This is literally just the water and just the flavor. 0 calories, 0 sweeteners. This is something good, like if I was going to the beach, that would be something good for me to take. Latest favorite, this drink is always listed on the keto favorite drinks. And so we got a whole big thing of them, the ones that aren't carbonated. We got a big thing of those at Costco. And ooh, I'm telling you, I did not like them. I just did not like them. And I would rather drink water than to drink something that I don't like. So I gave up. Then I saw this on some website I was reading about. I think I was actually reading how people quit drinking diet sodas, and someone suggested this. It's the Bai with Bubbles, and this is the Bolivia Black Cherry. There's another flavor I like too, but I can't remember which one it is right now. Seems like it might be like an orangey or peachier or some kind of mango something, but these are good. The trouble is these are expensive. I think they're like $2 a bottle or something. They're very expensive. And so, that's just like, I don't know, it takes a little bit of the enjoyment. So this is definitely a treat. Then there are these soft drinks that are acceptable because these have either the I always have trouble with that word, erythritol or stevia in it. So you have the Zevias, which I can drink, especially with my ice. So this one is the cream soda, I believe. Not my favorite, but just, I like to try the different flavors. And then this is the Blue Sky soda that has 0 sugar, and I believe this one might have a combo. This one has erythritol and maltodextrin and stevia leaf extract. So this one's giving you kind of a combo. This one I'm not as crazy about. There is another one that Tammy told me about that that I can only find at one store, and I will list it down below too. So those are okay. We've tried, John and I have been through this. He went through it with the Soda Stream. That's what he was always trying to find, is something better than a soft drink that he liked. And we no longer use it. It's packed up. He said, I've done that. He's watching me go through it. I've done that. There isn't anything, But we've tried like the stevia water drinks, like sweet water drops, and I've ordered a bunch of them from Amazon. And then we have the sparkling waters, which I don't understand why sparkling waters are so bitter. If they're just water, why do they have that bitter taste at the end? But I just don't seem to like any of the sparkling waters. Now, Brooke and John do. This is something that I also like. This is the Propel Raspberry Lemonade, one of my favorite flavors of Crystal Light and Propel. And this one actually has electrolytes in it. And you guys know, when you do keto, especially when you're beginning it, you want to keep up with your electrolytes. You can also do that with your pink Himalayan sea salt. So there's many ways to do that. And this, my friend Michael told me about this. It's the Lemon Iced Tea by Crystal Light. And it's got 90% fewer calories, and it's delicious. So I guess what I'm trying to get to here is do the best you can. You don't have to be a teetotaler. I mean, that is basically my personality. I like to go all the way, and this is just something I've come across that is very hard for me. I will continue until something else comes along. I will continue to drink my Diet Coke if I want to, but what I try to do is I try to think about, well, if I drink one water, that means I'm drinking one less something else I shouldn't drink. Even when I was pregnant, and they didn't want me to drink diet drinks, which I didn't drink diet drinks, it was caffeine. When I was pregnant, I loved Sundrop. That's like a local drink here. I guess it's much better, but you compare it to Mountain Dew. And the doctor said, the main thing is to get your water in. If you're drinking a lot of caffeine and other things, you're not drinking your water, and you want to stay plenty hydrated. And the caffeine and everything can dehydrate you. He said, I was having terrible headaches from withdrawal. He said, open a can and just sip on it during the day. So that could be something else we could do, because I'm sure there's other people out there. I'm not the only one out there that drinks Diet Coke, that's for sure. Matter of fact, I asked the girl at Chick-fil-A, because they have the best Diet Cokes, what is the most ordered drink? And she said Diet Coke and Coke Zero. You'll hear a lot about Coke Zero, and it almost makes you feel like Coke Zero is better. I think even Dr. Berg did a thing on Coke Zero, and it's the same thing. So I'm not quite sure. It's supposed to just have a more authentic taste to Coke. So there you go on that. Okay, now if you are worried about not drinking diet sodas because you feel like it will spike your blood sugar, you feel like it will take you out of ketosis, I am here to tell you it doesn't. I am in ketosis every day. I don't do the pee stick as much as I used to. I don't take my blood. I know that there are more in-depth ways to do it, but I am getting the positive results that I need, that I want, doing just like I'm doing. So if I do ever quit drinking diet drinks, it will be because I want to, and I'm doing it because of my health, not because I want to lose more weight or I think it's holding me back. So that is my little summary of the things that I drink. And the reason I haven't really answered it is because it's a work in progress for me. And it's something, I don't want to put something out there, for you to go do if I'm not even sure about it. Then I've asked her permission, but one of my subscribers wrote me a very good comment. There's been a few of you that have, answered her, and I thought you did a great job, but I thought her comment was worth talking about, especially most of us being women and our age and what we find important at this age. And very much we find our health important and our relationship with our husbands. This is a very common thing. It's something that John and I had to work through, so I thought it would be worth reading out. It's AH21. She said, Lisa, I am 52, just turned this summer, and I am living my new life through you. You are making a difference in people's lives. I lost 10 pounds in just 3 weeks doing keto. My goal is to get to my wedding weight or close to it, 128. I am finding inspiration through you to love myself more and not to be so insecure. One of my hurdles, though, is having a husband who sort of holds me back. You have John, who is supportive. How do you handle someone who would say that's not the appropriate thing to wear for your age, etc.? Really, he is my biggest obstacle because I can't get rid of 22 years of marriage like you can get rid of extra weight, insecurities, etc. So I feel distraught with that one and don't know if you can help me on that note. Okay, John was not always supportive. He still, every once in a while, like he was very, very, very happy when I ate that asparagus and it worked. But he has been here through my unhappiness. And he has experienced all of my pain, just everything that I have dealt with to get to this point. So when I first started eating this way, I just didn't advertise it a lot. I just kind of did what I was going to do. And I will tell you this too, I was even very, very critical of the way he eats. And I have been, because it's so different than the way I eat. To me, it is just so weird for someone to eat a little piece of salmon with a big thing of broccoli and then eat chips and sugar-free cookies all night. Or he'll just go to a loaf of bread and just start eating some bread later on that night. But you know what I had to get through my head is that's his life. That's his body. He looks great. He feels great. I'm going to say that. I still think if he would do away with some of that stuff, he'd feel better. But you know what? That's his life. And so all of this really brought to my attention how much I used to judge and criticize him. I would even make fun of him over there with the little bag of cookies. And I would, point out to him, it doesn't matter if it's sugar-free. It has all that other stuff in it. It's still doing this, I would want to encourage him to eat other things, But then when I started doing this, first of all, he really noticed how much my life had improved. Sleeping, the way I didn't need to take a nap, the way I looked, my IBS symptoms, my whole attitude. I feel like our relationship is just so much better because you don't realize when you are so unhappy, even though you don't think you're being kind of mean, you sometimes are, because when you're constantly irritated and you don't feel good and you're unhappy, and maybe I was even a little bit jealous of the fact that he could eat those cookies and he could eat those pieces of bread and not put on any weight. You know what I mean? Maybe there was some feelings like that back there that I was dealing with. What we had to do is we had to mutually agree to not judge each other's food and what we want to do. And that pretty much, it might have even been a little teeny bit of a discussion. Seems like I can remember us standing in the kitchen. We never have really big fights because we never let it really get to a fight. But I remember saying, look, I won't tell you what to eat. I'm sorry that I have. Don't tell me what to eat. I'm 50 years old. You're 60 years old. I think we can handle that. So what we have done, which has been amazing, is he cooks on the grill and he'll cook his little salmon or fake burger. I don't know if it's the Incredible Burger or the Beyond Burger that he gets. So he'll cook that. He cooks me my filet or my ribeye. And then a lot of times we'll have some shrimp with that. He likes seafood. And he'll bring it in and he might have some broccoli or something with it. And 9 times out of 10, I am just going to eat that meat and the shrimp. And everything is wonderful. We're still sitting beside each other, eating, and it's still great, and there is no judgment. I would say in this case, that is how I would handle the food part. Now, I grew up in a very male-dominated home, and that is basically what I live with here. That's how John was brought up. So I am very sensitive to the male ego. You have to feed the male ego, and you cannot bruise or hurt the male ego. John is just a very, very, very secure man. He really is. He has no jealous tendencies at all. He's very, very secure. And I credit his parents with that and just his natural, his natural nature. So I don't deal with a lot of that. And he is very, very, he loves me very, like a very whole love. Like he really loves me like family. Like he wants me to feel better. He wants me to be happy. He wants me to feel good about my body. He wants me to feel, like a badass 50-year-old. You know what I mean? He likes that about me. So that is something that I have going for me. One thing that I make sure of is I give him plenty of attention. I have not changed any of my habits that would ever lead him to think, like, I'm not going to, ooh, I feel good, I'm going to start going out with my girlfriends. Ooh, I feel good, I'm going to start, doing bikini pictures on Instagram. I haven't changed any of my habits to any big degree. I mean, I'm sure everybody can tell I feel better and I might be wearing a little bit different clothes, but it's just stuff that I wish I could wear in the beginning. You know what I mean? So don't change anything big like that. Always be reassuring. I love you, and I just really want this. I know that if I feel better, I will be a better wife. I will be a better friend. You guys know by now, we are so different. Men and women are just so different. It's a miracle that we can ever get along. So the best thing you can ever do if your husband or wife is getting on your nerves is try to think about it from their point of view. And, men like to fix things. They don't want to hear a bunch of chit-chat about things. They want you to get to the point because they are not into details most. And so, just think about things, They probably don't want to hear a bunch of about, I don't know. You guys know what I mean. What I would say do is just be very, very sensitive. Most people do not like change, and a lot of people get scared with change. And, it could be that maybe he knows inside he would feel better if he was doing what you do, but he doesn't want to face it, or he doesn't want to do it, or, it's intimidating. So what I would do is, if you are the one who cooks the dinner, I would not change what he eats. I would not try to put this on him. I would make sure that I cooked him exactly, what he wanted to a degree. You know what I'm talking about. I would not make it affect his life in that way. I would be very reassuring that the better I feel, the more our love life is going to be better. The better I feel about myself, maybe we can even turn the lights on when I'm naked. You know what I mean? All those things that mean something to a man. So just be very, very sensitive, and don't feel like he is trying to sabotage you. He's not. He's just sensitive. Men, they have this big ego and they're so tough, but they're really so sensitive. John is just as sensitive. He's probably more sensitive than I am, because I'm someone who appears to be very, very sensitive, but I'm very black and white inside. So it takes a lot to really get me. I can usually rationalize things out. So that's what I would say about that. And I feel like that is going to go ahead and take up all of this video, even though I have some other things to talk about. So I'm going to edit this, see how much I've got here, and if I can fit something else in, I will. If not, maybe we'll continue this tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to do my outfit of the day. I don't know if you guys remember this outfit. I ordered it from Zara at the end of, it was probably in the spring. It was the end of last season or whatever of the, I guess it would be winter. And these are really popular right now. The knitted sets. Now it can be like the ones I get from Nasty Gal, or it can be something like this. And this also takes me back. If I can find a picture, I will get it, probably in Brooke's closet. But when I was in homecoming in high school, my mom got me the outfit that I wore, and it was a knit set. It was a knitted kind of like turtleneck with the matching skirt. So I used to wear that a lot, back when it was popular before. So I love these. And then you guys know I love this so dark green, it's almost black. One of my favorite eyeshadow colors and just one of my favorite colors in general. And these shoes, these are, what is it, the CPW cost per wear would be so cheap. I have worn these suckers, I have just worn them almost out. I love them. So when I went upstairs to figure out what shoes I wanted to wear, I saw these and they just gave me that happy feeling, and I think that they'll look good with this. If you ever want to just dip your toe in designer shoes, this would be a great one to start with. So here we go. Let me make sure I get in focus because I want you to be able to see how pretty it is. So it's a top set like that, and it just goes right to that. And I wish they still sold it, but they don't. And I love like the pattern in it. And then I love the length of the skirt. I just think it is the prettiest silhouette. And I love the shoes with it. And even my Nikoff bag will look good with it because it's just a mix of metallics. Of course, maybe a black or a gold would look better, but I don't feel bad about it. I really love this bag. If I had one teeny tiny, thing that is not perfect for me is it's a little big. I just don't have enough stuff to like put in there, so I have to kind of search around for things, whereas if a bag is just a tiny bit smaller, I don't, but I love this bag. It is very, very, very user-friendly, and I love how soft it is. For accessories, I have on these little Dean Davidson Huggy earrings that I love. This is an old necklace. This you can get at Oliver with the 15% off, but it's real gold. That's why I wear it. These are all real gold. That's why I never take them off. And then this, you guys know, my parents gave me. It says, "The world is yours." I love it. And Dean Davidson Castle ring in the green. And my nail polish. I just painted my nails this morning, and this is good old Chanel Vamp. A classic. Doesn't get any more 90s than Chanel Vamp. So thank you guys so much for being here. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if I will continue this or if I will go into another video. Let me know down below what videos you look forward to the most of mine. Is it makeup? Is it fashion? Is it just life lessons that I've had? Is it this? I think this is kind of like a combo video actually though. So let me know down below, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I would love for you to share my channel with your friends like on Facebook or Twitter, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.